How's it going, everyone? My name is True Underdog, here with an early gameplay review of Ghostface in Mortal Kombat 1. For starters, it looks like Ghostface is the new premier grappler of the game. That's right, his command grabs do even more damage than Reiko's. And with the right cameo character, like Trimmer for example, you can even combo after these throws for even more damage. And at first I felt bad for Reiko, but then I remembered he has the best projectile in the game, which Ghostface definitely does not. And as a result, I think it's fair that Ghostface is now the #1 grappler in Mortal Kombat 1, or at least he will be on November 19th. Because not only do his command grabs do more damage, but Ghostface can also choose to switch sides or not during his command grab, which is not an option that most characters have. And if all that wasn't scary enough already, even Ghostface's regular throw is better than everyone else's because it's how he switches movesets. That's right, Ghostface has not one, not two, but 3 different movesets in Mortal Kombat 1, making him easily one of the most complicated characters in the game. Now with that said, his other 2 movesets are not as extensive as his default moveset, so don't freak out if you think he has an encyclopedia's worth of moves. He definitely does not, but still, he's 3 different characters wrapped in one, which is pretty crazy. And as mentioned earlier, his throw can switch between these movesets, although it's not the only method. There's other attacks that let Ghostface switch his movesets, but the throw switching his moves is pretty crazy, and no other character in the game can do that, so as mentioned earlier, I think Ghostface is the new grappler of Mortal Kombat 1. Now you likely noticed there's more than one Ghostface in Mortal Kombat 1, both during his intro, his finishing moves, and even during gameplay you can see more than one Ghostface. And while NetherRealm does not want us to know who these characters are, I'm going to expose them right away. It's Kira and Cobra from Mortal Kombat Deception. That's right, they've returned. Not as new characters unfortunately, but you can still play as them in Mortal Kombat 1 and they have the same special moves, so that's pretty cool. My fingers are crossed that maybe they'll be cameo characters as well, but for now they're just Ghostface's sidekicks. And you can actually tell which character is in control by their knife color. When it's purple, it's Cobra. When it's red, it's Kira. Both of their toolkits are pretty complete. Kira's a bit more of a zoner because she can throw the knives similar to Kano, and she has the Kano ball for closing the distance. And any longtime Mortal Kombat fan knows that stealing moves is nothing new for Kira. She's been doing that ever since Deception, and it's no different in Mortal Kombat 1. She is stealing moves, including Sonya's Poison Mist, which can start combos if you spend meters, so that's really cool. But then for Cobra, we have the Fire Flip Kick, which was always one of my favorite moves in Deception, and he's got it in Mortal Kombat 1, which is sick. But then he also has the Overhead Kick, which is sick and a great mix-up tool. It also knocks down the opponent, which is always a plus. And also Cobra does more damage overall and has more airstring combos, so a bit more of an up-close fighter, but Kira can play up close too. It's just that Cobra is more of the in-your-face damage character. However, the sad news is you can only stay as Kira or Cobra for 12 seconds, at which point the game forces you to switch back to Ghostface. Now, of course, the most annoying part about switching back every 12 seconds is you will drop combos as a result. We even see this in a recent stream from NetherRealm Studios on the official Mortal Kombat channel. They kept dropping combos left and right because you can only stay transformed for 12 seconds before returning back to regular Ghostface. So that's definitely not fun, and I hope it's not so big of an issue that players never switch at all, similar to Shang Tsung's Soul Steal in Mortal Kombat 11, right? Players almost never used it because switching back was such an annoying thing. But I found out something really cool that NetherRealm is not talking about. If you're hit while playing as Cobra or Kira, you switch back to Ghostface. The opponent can't actually combo you, and they talked about that in a recent stream. However, what they don't mention is pretty crazy. If the opponent hits you with a move that has a long recovery, like Scorpion Spear, then you can just attack him from behind for a full combo because he's still stuck in the animation, but he can't combo Kira or Cobra, so he still hits you with the spear, but you switch back to Ghostface from behind and can just hit him to start a combo. And that's gonna upset so many players when Ghostface first drops, because they're gonna hit you but not get the combo. Instead, you're gonna combo them because they're still stuck in the recovery animation of their attack, which is just scary. Until players learn about this, Ghostface is going to be easily one of the most frustrating characters to fight in Mortal Kombat 1, and I'm excited about that because I think I'm going to main Ghostface in Mortal Kombat 1. But next up, let's talk about Ghostface's regular attacks. I noticed that many of his attacks look similar to Rambo's moves in Mortal Kombat 11, and I don't think that's a coincidence. NetherRealm definitely took inspiration from Rambo in that game because he was the knife wielder of that game. Now with that said, I don't think they copy and pasted the animations from one game to the next, mainly because Mortal Kombat 1's in a different engine, so I don't think that's possible. Instead, these moves look heavily inspired by Rambo, but they're not directly copied and pasted, so that's good. Actually, now that I think about it, Ermac and Quan Chi in story mode had had copy and pasted animations, so maybe Ghostface is straight up stealing moves from Rambo in Mortal Kombat 11. But my point is, if you played Rambo in Mortal Kombat 11, then you're gonna understand Ghostface's gameplay very quickly and understand how to combo with him and attack with him very fast, including his command crawl, although what he does out of this move is a bit different from Rambo. He still has the low mix-up where he slices at their ankles. However, he can also stab the opponent in the foot and then hold them there to extend combos, which Rambo could not do. Now the catch is it costs 2 bars of meter, so that's very expensive, but with that said, there's a good reason it costs 2 bars. If you team up Ghostface with certain cameo characters like Janet Cage, he's going to be a combo monster because you can summon her, hit the opponent, and then just keep the combo going and juggle between both of you for massive damage. Players were already doing this with Ermac and certain other specific characters, and now Ghostface can do the same thing in Mortal Kombat 1, which is insane. That's why this toe stab costs 2 bars. With the right cameo character, Ghostface can do scary amounts of damage, an easy 50% damage to be sure in the same combo. It's wild. Next up though, let's talk about Ghostface's run, because Rambo is not the only character he stole stuff from. He also has Terminator's run, only it's better when Ghostface does it, and that's because he can do pretty much any special move out of this run, on top of some unique attacks, like a tackle that leaves him plus on block, so it pretty much guarantees one of his mix-ups out of the crawl, and then if you spend a meter on the run, it gives him the meter special move or follow-ups without having to spend a bar on that particular move, if that makes sense. In other words, instead of crawling and then spending meter on an EX attack out of the crawl, you can do the EX run into the crawl and then get an EX crawl move for free. Or as mentioned earlier, you can do the EX run into an EX special move, but the special move out of the run is not going to cost bar because you already spent it on the run, so that's really cool. Overall though, Ghostface does spend a lot of meter. He's a very meter heavy character, but I kind of like that because so many characters in this game don't spend their meter half the time, and as a result you're just saving it up for combo breaker, and that feels kind of lame and not very creative. So I like that Ghostface actually needs to use his meter to do all the cool stuff. And on that same note, I think his command run is crazy. The amount of stuff you can do out of this move is actually staggering and gonna be very scary for the opponent. But next up, let's talk about the fatal blow, because Ghostface instantly grabs you from behind, or in other words, you just can't use projectiles on Ghostface, not when he has fatal blow, because he will appear behind you instantly and get the super. So in other words, Ghostface is a great counter zoner in this game. He has the command crawl that lets him get past pretty much any projectile in the game, aside from some characters like Cameo Kung Lao, but most projectiles he can just crawl right under, and then for fatal blow he grabs you from behind instantly. So yeah, you just can't use zoning against Ghostface, and I love that. I'm honestly very excited to see what Ghostface can do with the new cameo abilities that are coming with the update of Mortal Kombat 1. In a recent stream, NetherRealm did talk about some of the new cameo abilities, but then showcased even more of the cameo abilities that are new to the game, but they did not talk about them. They're just there, and if you noticed them, you saw them, but we don't know the details yet. And that's why I'm so curious, not just about what these new abilities are and what new stuff the cameo characters can do, but also how those new abilities can pair with existing characters, including Ghostface when he finally arrives. Because I haven't gotten to experience that yet. I don't know what Ghostface can do with the new cameo abilities because the update hasn't dropped yet. So as a result, we don't know what's in store for us, but I want to see what these new abilities are and how they pair with Ghostface is what I'm saying. Overall, that's the main details that I want everyone to know about Ghostface's gameplay in Mortal Kombat 1. His command grabs are crazy, and even his regular throw lets him switch movesets, so I do think he's gonna be the new grappler of Mortal Kombat 1. And the fact NetherRealm gave Ghostface 3 different movesets is still wild to me, and the fact he's partnered with Kira and Cobra is even funnier to me too. Because I really did not think these characters were gonna return unless they were cameos, but no, you can play as them with the main character, they're not the cameos. So that's really cool, and also means that Ghostface is technically 4 characters, because you have Ghostface and the cameo, but also Kira and Cobra who are fighting alongside you at the same time. You can only play as them for 12 seconds before being forced to switch back, but still, you can play as Kira as Cobra as main characters in Mortal Kombat 1, kinda. And also, Ghostface stole some of the coolest attacks from Mortal Kombat 11, including a lot of Rambo's knife attacks and even Terminator's run, so that's also really neat. I think Ghostface is a very solid character, and I will not be shocked if he's top tier in the game. I'm just gonna say that right now. His utility and tools seem really good, and for casual players, I feel bad because they're gonna try to hit Kira or Cobra and then get punished for a full combo because they can't actually stun Kira or Cobra. Instead, they'll be stuck in the recovery animation and get punished from behind for a full combo, and I just feel bad for them. That's definitely gonna happen. Alright everyone, I hope you enjoyed this early gameplay review for Ghostface in Mortal Kombat 1. If you did, please leave a like down below, it helps the channel out a ton, and then finish that combo by subscribing and ringing that bell so you never miss any future videos. Make sure to come back next time time, and as always, stay underdogs.